Hello guys, Rob here. I recently went through the Newdex 2019 annual report and found some interesting bits, and I figured I'd share them with you guys. So this is the report from Newdex covering 2019. And the first thing I found interesting was the user data. I did not really expect this number here, being that Newdex is a DEX on EOS that up until recently only traded EOS and EOS.io tokens. But the average approximate daily active users in 2019 was 9,627. So over 9,500 average daily active users on Newdex. You can see here the daily active user numbers matches up to the second tier centralized exchanges. So not bad numbers at all in terms of daily active users on Newdex. And this number here was for sure hurt by the CPU congestion we saw over the last couple months of 2019. So without that, it could have easily been over 10,000, maybe even more, daily active users using Newdex. Next up, the global user distribution just totally dominated by China, over 50% of the distribution of Newdex users in 2019. And there's really not a clear number two. The second largest chunk here is other. And besides that, there's about 10 other countries here, with Korea and I believe this one is Indonesia looking very similar in that number 2 spot. So it was a surprise to me just how small of a chunk the Western countries have out of the distribution chart. And next up on the list is the VIP airdrops. Newdex did 56 candy airdrops in 2019, and what these are airdrops to Newdex VIP members. So when you stake or consume NDX, you become a VIP member, and for levels VIP 3 and up, you get an increasing in weight for the airdrop with each VIP level you increase to. And what shocked me was some of these numbers we saw from the opening price to the peak price. 7,400%, 2,300%, 2,500%, 3,400%, 4,200%, 4,200%, 27,000%. So I didn't look into all these. I did take a look at APX, and I have that chart up here with a 27,000% from opening price to peak price. Now this is a little misleading because of the fact the peak price came with this huge wick here. But with that being said, for at least APX, from the opening price to the current price where APX is trading at right now, it's still up over 2,000%. So this was a token I didn't even know about, and I think it's about time for me to take another look through the EOS tokens listed on Newdex and see what is new that there is to offer. Because obviously from this one, there's gains to be had. 2,000%, I'll take that. And last thing I wanted to cover in the report is the NDX burning. So Newdex buys back and burns NDX. 25% of the Newdex token transaction fees go to buying back NDX. 25% of new pool management fees go back to buying NDX, and 25% of the Newdex OTC fees go back to buying NDX, as well as their new one. The Dankor project will now also be one of the NDX burning scenarios starting, I believe, February 1st. So 25% of the interest income and penalty income from the Dankor project will also be used in addition to these to buy back NDX. And Newdex really started buying back a lot of NDX tokens and burning them at the end of 2019. With a total of over 89 million NDX tokens bought back and burnt. So it'll be interesting to see how much addition in the buyback and burn we see from the new Dankor project, 25% of those fees going to buying back and burning NDX. But one thing I did want to note here is November and December is when we started seeing the CPU congestion. But when you look at the amount of NDX bought back and burnt, between November and December, it was actually bigger than August and September, where there was no CPU issues going on. So to me, that indicates at least people are still transacting on Newdex. New pools still making their management fee, and OTC fees as well are coming in. So while there might not be as many trades going through on Newdex during this CPU congestion, there's still high value flowing through the exchange month over month. So I'll leave a link to this Newdex report in the description below, but I just wanted to go over a couple of things I found interesting in the report. Being the biggest EOS exchange, it really has a unique perspective on what's going on in EOS. And really, when you take a look at the report and see how the money's flowing, it's really not as bad, in my eyes at least, as people are making it out right now. And things will only get better with the new Rex fix and EOS 2.0, which some block producers have already upgraded to, so those benefits shouldn't be that far away. But anyways, that's all I got to share with you guys in this one. If you have any questions or comments, leave them down in the comments below. But other than that, I got one question for you. Are you on Telos yet? Telos is an EOS.io blockchain currently ranked number 2 on Blocktivity, only behind EOS. Anyone can get a free account on Telos by visiting the link in the description to this page and coming to the free Telos account section. This will show you how to get a free account on desktop, mobile, and using the Telegram bot. And if you decide to pick yourself up some TLOS tokens, you can learn how to Rex them using both Squirrel Wallet and Scatter for the currently around 18% Rex returns, thanks to the extra 1 million TLOS per month flowing to Rex stakers due to the Telos Economic Development Plan. This message on Telos is brought to you with the support of the Telos community via the worker proposal system. That's it for me for this one, guys. I will see you in the next one.